verse number 308, please. Tato hamade vinivartya vrittim santyakta paramartha labhat tusnim samasvatma sukhanubhutyam purnatmana brahmani nirvikalpam. It's so beautiful, these verses. I hope you are understanding the meaning and always remembering that you are the subject which is being described by these verses. These verses are not meant for the entertainment of the I, the individuality. Because this I, the individuality by habit, is so cunning, so smart, that it can pretend to be very busy in understanding the verse, studying a scripture, following a practice, doing a ritual, repeating a mantra, and then sit down as somebody who is meditative, contemplative, and very disciplined person. And that can be the trap. Understand? It's very, you have to be extremely conscious. Contemplation should not be another trap. Understand? Who you are is not the product of contemplation. Who you are is already existing. These verses only attempt to describe, teacher attempts to reveal. But who you are is already existing, like the name. Long before a name is attributed to a flower, the flower is already existing. Or for that matter, long before any name is attributed to an object, that object is already existing. Because of this word space, stars, planets, those things don't exist. Because they are there, we are naming them. Are you getting that point, please? Very simple. Very simple. Because of the name, the object doesn't exist. Because it is existing, a name is given. You are existing not because you say the word I. Because you are, the sense of being, the existence, is given the name I. Therefore, you cannot afford to lose yourself in the name I. So see the nameless content, be the nameless content, and then assume a name called I and live through life. And that is what it is talked about here. Tato ahamade vinirvartya vrittim santyakta raga paramartha lavat. Paramartha lavat, because of your being intimate with paramartha, the absolute reality, which never suffers any absence. Body is continuously changing. You cannot be in touch with the same body for a long time. Are you getting that point? The body is changing, 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old. Can you be touch? Can you be in touch with your 35, 30-year-old body or 10-year-old body? Come on. Can you be in touch with your 10-year-old body now? This is such a thing. See, please feel it, feel it. This is such a peculiar thing. This is with me for last 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 40 years, depending on how old your body is. But in that body, the present body, the whole past is forgotten, lost. 10-year-old body, where is it now? Because this body was 10-year-old at one time. But where is that body now? 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 60-year-old. When your body is 75-year-old, this body has gone through it. But where is that 10th year now? You can never ever go back. Pratyayanti gatah punarna divasa kalo jagad vakshaga. Shankara beautifully says, Kalaha jagad vakshaga. The time devours the whole universe. Kalo jagad gata divasaha na punaha pratyayanti. The days that have gone shall never return again. Your youth shall not come back. Anything that has passed, the time that has already flown by, you will never ever come back again. So that is why Vairagya, dispassion, is so complete. It must be so complete by this observation. Very nicely Shankara says at one point, while in Shiva Aparada Stotram, I think in offering a prayer to Shiva, he says that Ayur nasyati pasyatam pratidinam yati kshayam yauvanam pasyatam. As you are looking at it, Ayur nasyati. As you are looking, the time is longevity ebbing out. You are getting old and old and old. Pratidinam yati kshayam yauvanam. Every day, yauvanam kshayam yati. The youth is ebbing out, passing by. Pratyayanti gata punarna divasa kalo jagad vakshaga. The days that have gone by never returns again. The time devours the whole universe. Lakshmi toya taranga bhanga chapala vidyucharam jivitam. Lakshmi, prosperity. Toya taranga bhanga chapala, as brittle as the rising of the waves. When you say the wave is rising, what does it mean? Going towards falling also. That's why 60-year-old means what? Nearer the death. 70-year-old, further nearer. Of course, there is no such guarantee. You can be 15-year-old, that does not mean you are farther from death than the 17-year-old. A 15-year-old can die early, a 70-year-old can live still living. So, Lakshmi toya taranga bhanga chapala, the prosperity is as brittle as the rising and falling of the waves. Now you are prosperous, now you are poor. Chakravat parivartanam cha dukkhani cha sukhani cha. Like a rotating wheel. Now you are on the top, now you are on the bottom. You don't know. Vidyuchalam jivitam. Life is as uncertain as a flash of lightning. Now bright, now poop, gone. So much of uncertainty is there. Whereas who you are is Paramartha, absolute. Same at all times. The consciousness in childhood, the consciousness in youth, the consciousness in old age, consciousness in waking, consciousness in dream, consciousness in deep sleep, consciousness in past, present, future, always one and the same. Paramartha. Paramartha lavat. So that which is tataha ahamade nivritya vrittim. So having get it, having gained yourself, ahamadehe vrittim nivartya. no more taking that ahamakara vritti as yourself. No more taking the I thought as yourself or ahamadi. Not only I thought, but any other thought. Are you getting that point, please? I told you in the morning. 4 suggestions you gave me. Look at the tree. Listen to the birds. Tell a story. Right? Now when you tell me all these things, I have to decide. I am listening, listen carefully. I am listening to 3 suggestions. Now I have to decide. Now, when you are alone, who is talking to you? Each thought becomes a message. What does it mean? Now you are conscious of all the 3 messages. Now you have to decide. Are you getting that point? So who you are is not the thoughts that are coming up. Consciousness in whose presence thoughts come up. This is what. Vritti nivritya. Taking yourself away from all other thoughts. Then what shall I do? Tushnim samaswatma sukhanubhutya. Tushnim samasa. Tushnim. Tushnim means chupchap, baitho. Tushni. Tushni bhava, you know what? Can't talk, Tushni. Tushni na. Sometimes, somebody say, why don't you say something? What is there to say? Meaning, to be yourself, you don't have to say anything or even think anything. Do you understand? This is simple and most beautiful because this is the imposing mood of the universe. Everything is existing without description or a thought. Is the tree shouting? I'm here. Don't you see me? Nothing in this creation has a language. Nothing speaks. Existence doesn't speak. No name, no description. And that is Tushni. Chupchap, you are. Ask yourself a question. Do you exist? And how do you exist without a name? You don't need to say I to be, nor do you need to think. So thus, nivritya, taking yourself away from the thought. Santyakta raga, raga dvesha, santyakta. No like, no dislike. Understand? An object is existing. Please see. The flower is there. There is no like and dislike in the flower. Is there any like and dislike here? But you like it, somebody dislike it. The product of your thought. Attraction, distraction. Is it in the object or in your mind? Greed. Is it in gold or in your head? Infatuation. Is it in the object or in you? Are you getting that point? Everything is in you. So raga dvesa santyakta, meaning neither you are under the spell of a like or a dislike. You are being yourself. Tusnim samasadya purnatmana brahmani sukhanubhutya purnatmani brahmani nirvikalpa. Purnatmana, fullness and completeness. Nirvikalpa, free from modifications in Brahmani. Sukhanubhutya, with a beautiful, being blissful at one time, Sukha Anubhava, being the happiness itself. There is no question of experiencing the happiness, understand? Being the silence. Don't say Sukha Anubhuti, understand the statement. Sukha Anubhuti, if you say, experiencing the bliss, no, 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 no. Being the happiness, being the bliss. Like experiencing the silence, if you say, you existing, experiencing silence. No, being the silence, being one with it. And their anubhava is oneness. Understand? You are one with it. Thus, live your life. Okay? Having told, then what we should do? This is the ultimate. You are one with yourself. Now then, wonderful. Now then, what more is there to talk? Something is there. What is there? Read. Very beautiful will come. Samula kruttopi mahanaham punah vyurlikhitasya sakshanam sanjivya vikshepa satam karoti navasvata prabrusivarido yatha. So beautiful, so beautiful. Samula kruttopi mahanaham punah vyullekhitasya yadi cheta sakshanam sanjivya vikshepa satam karoti navasvata prabrusivarido yatha. Right. Hey, I am one with myself, always abiding in my nature. So what is more there to know? Yes, there is nothing much to know. But watch out. Samula kritopi aham, this mahan aham, punaha villekhitaha yadi kyanam cetasa sanjibhya satam vikshepa karoti. Beautiful. Samula krutopi. Samula kruto means even if you have totally uprooted the I, meaning you have counteracted the I, you are one with the meaning of the word I, being with yourself, even though you have done. But this I thought, which is so very crafty, meaning so strong, such a product of huge habit, because all the time you are using the word I for a long time, no? So even though you have removed it, even though you have counteracted it, vivlekhita syad yadi cetasa kshanam. Cetasa, in this mind, kshanam vivlekhitam. By mistake, even for a second you forget yourself, it comes up. Kshanam, like I told you, no, when you are driving the car, so I just dozed off only for a second, good enough. In that second you are prostrating in front of the electric post. The moment you doze off, your car ends up outside the road. It can be a tree, it can be a buffalo, it can be water, it can be just anything. You are outside the road. So even for a second you forget. What will happen? How will you forget? Listen carefully. I'll tell you an example of forgetfulness. Even Please understand. Unconsciously you can forget. Consciously also you can fall for it. But both way it creates problem. Like, please understand. Somebody brought me some wonderful sweet. You must have eaten it today. Did you get it? You did not. You got it all. Okay. Visitors. Maybe you are not there. If it's there, we'll get two and go. How was that sweet? Not good. Right? So nice, isn't it? That is a real special one. That you get, previously we were getting it only in North India, Rishikesh. I remember whenever I go, there is one Swamiji there in Rishikesh. He is now 80, 82. He always loved me like his son. His name also Suddhananda. So when I go, the special sweet plates will come. And that particular sweet shop is in Haridwar. We'll go in a car and he'll bring it for me and come. Special sweet. And when? Hot. Evening 5 o'clock, that hot sweet comes out. And you must, what you ate today, you must eat it hot. When it's hot comes out, when you break it, inside the syrup falls on your tongue, that hot syrup. It is so delicious. You are missing it already? Okay, I will not tempt you. Just understand. So, you have been eating those sweets. Why? I like it. I like it. Who is developing the habit for anything? Your body is developing or you are developing? I am developing. Are you getting that? I like it. Therefore I am repeating it. Your body does not develop a habit. You develop a habit. Are you getting that point, please? So don't blame the object. Don't blame the body. Don't blame the sense organ. Usually religious people, the so-called religious people, what do? They will blame the object. Oh, object should be thrown out, renounce the world, torture your body, remove your thought. Hey, you are the idiot. Misusing the thought, misusing the body, misusing the object of the world. Now what are you removing all these things for? If the child is pulling down everything in a drawing room, do you remove the child or you remove all things from the drawing room? Huh? If this eye of a baby pulling down everything from the drawing room of a head, should you remove the eye or you should remove the all memories? But everybody is busy removing memory. What is the advice? Don't think these things. Don't think. What nonsense. Do you know why people are so stupid even after 20, 30 years of meditation and practices? Because wrong thing is getting punishment. If you are going crazy, you holding onion and garlic responsible for it. When you are going crazy, you are holding food responsible for it. Swamiji, I have given up sweet. Why? What's wrong with sweet? What is wrong with sweet? It's not sweet that is bad, it's how much you eat that is bad. Right or wrong? Fat is good for health in a limited amount. Sweet is good for health in a limited amount. Anything is good for health in a limited amount. Even poison is good for health with a limited amount. That is why the snake poison cures the snake bite. Arsenic, given in the controlled doses, cures cancer. But arsenic kills you. Are you getting that point? So nothing is bad there. So okay, somebody brings the sweet. When you see that sweet, now, by habit, oh, very nice. I can have it. Suppose there is nobody there to remind you, talk to you. What do you do? Wow, eating. After eat and the stomach is full, oh, arey, I should not have eaten. After eating 5. After eating the 5. Or in between, suppose you are a very conscious person, samulo krutopi. You are a very conscious person. When the thought comes up, you can justify. It's all right, one day. Or, like today I ate. Okay, break the side, only the middle I eat. Today I ate like that. And not because justification, I am not justifying. What I am telling is very consciously. Okay, I remove this. I take only one, little bit of it. I ate one. It's good, because at least half a portion I get rid of. But you know what immediately the mind tells? Hey, that's good, take one more like that. I said, enough. It's so smart, do you understand? Who is tempting you? You mean some God is tempting you? Please. Is the object asking you, eat me, eat me? There's a cigarette in your pocket, go restless. Come on, smoke me. What have you kept me in your pocket for? Smoke, smoke, now. Does the cigarette tell you that? Please. And once you take it, next, because immediately justification comes. Already broken once, what is wrong? Third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Understand? It can be any emotion. It can be anger. I know what I am doing. You know what? What I know. I know what I am doing, and you are totally blasting, exploding. I know what I am doing. If you know what you are doing, can you cut off your anger and smile in this moment? That is your experimentation. If you are angry, like in a drama, you are pretending to be angry, you are Ravana. You are Ravana. You are very angry with Maricha, the Rakshas, because he is not obeying your command. I am going to kill. And that is the time that scene comes to an end. The moment you step out of the stage, that scene has dropped. The moment of step out, is it difficult for you to get out of your anger? The moment you step out, how do you ask people, hey, how was the scene? Did I act well? What happened to your anger? Acting the anger. So ask yourself the question, are you acting the anger? Are you acting the hatred? Are you acting the jealousy? Are you acting infatuation? Are you acting an attraction? Are you getting that point? If you are acting, you can switch off just like that. So your taste of your coming under the spell of emotion or acting out the emotion depends upon how quickly you can change. A very quick change. If I am pretending to be angry or playing the role of anger, I am very angry dealing with this person. The moment he goes, I am smiling with you. Yes, how are you? Because this role is over. Now this role begins. Can you do that? Then only don't say that it is not possible. That is the only thing possible. Because who you are is free from the hold of emotions. So, samula krutopi mahanam. So, sometimes it comes up unconsciously and catches you. Or even if you consciously decide, consciously I am getting angry, consciously getting angry, now you are becoming really angry. it became a trap. Maybe first moment you are very conscious. But after some time, you are really under the spell of it. It's like consciously I am eating, consciously I am eating. Then you end up with, This food is one thing, very, very strong. Very, very strong. As I told you, two things, food and sex. These two things. Because, why is it so? Do you remember the logic? Because food means taste. Sex means touch, touch. These two emotions, the two experiences come because of your direct contact with the object. When you see from a distance, you don't have to put an object into your eyes to see. You hear from a distance, a sound at a distance, your ear is here. You can smell from a distance, object is far away, smell reaches, no problem. Food you cannot taste from a distance, it has to be on your tongue. Touches, touch you cannot touch from a distance, you must come in touch with your skin. That is why this taste and touch, food and sex, becomes absolutely strong. Sensation, are you getting the sensation wise? These two sensations becomes really, really strong. That is why when you say brahmachari avastha, brahmachari means young, because 4 stages of life, no? Brahmachari, when you are unmarried, student, grihastha, married, vanaprastha, when you are retired, sannyas, ultimately go into sannyas life. These 4 that they talk about. In brahmachari stage, they teach you. Why? Because you are still not strongly under the spell of these sensations. When you are 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, what spell comes to you? You are not under, it is still not, you are not under the spell of it because you have not started repeating the sensation of sound or a touch or a taste or a smell or a sight, especially food and sex. That is why it becomes easier to appreciate. But once you get into that mood, that is why long before you get into the grihastha ashram, that is marrying, living with a man or woman, vanaprastha and other things, brahmachari stage itself, you must read these books. But people wait up to 4th ashram, sannyas. After retirement we shall read. After committing all the mistakes, why should you read? Before, are you getting that? Before you get into the grihastha ashram, before you get into life, you should know this, or after everything is over, you should know this. About the benefits of food, you should know before you start eating or after you develop a stomach 1.5 kilometer long. Obese, 300 kilo, 2 feet long stomach. After that, tell me what is the nature of the food, why are you wanting? It's already finished, damage is done. Okay, it's never too late, as they say. But you should understand the nature of the food from the beginning of life. If you can't know it, your mummy should know, so that mummy does not give you wrong food. Same thing, a child doesn't have the direction for life. The elders must have it. Are you getting that? So, you are introduced to this knowledge because samula krutopi, even though you completely uproot this ahankar, very clearly appreciate yourself, yet certain moments, unguarded, unconscious moment, even for a kshana, even for a moment if you forget, you may end up somewhere. If you are going down very nice, happily, somebody says, hey, idiot, how can you say I'm an idiot? I'm a brahmachari, I'm a Swami, I'm a holy man. Oh, you know what is happening now? Now you forgot you are Brahman, now you are a holy man. See how unconsciously you can catch up that? Don't talk to me like that. You know who am I? I'm the governor of the state. You're a governor? You forgot you are Brahman. A role can suffocate you. Do you understand what I'm talking? What do you think? I'm the managing director. Ooh. I'm the man of this house. Don't tell me what am I supposed to do. I know what am I doing. Oh, I see. I thought you are absolute. You are Brahman. Anywhere you can lose yourself. Are you getting that? While playing a role, chances are you may fall into forgetfulness even for a second. And if you fall into forgetfulness even for a second, then where do you go? It goes. Very careful. Tasmat. So, chatashakshanam yadi villekhitam, it becomes up. Sanjibhya vikshepa satam karoti. Sanjibhya. Now, it brings into life all your old thoughts. Satam vikshepa satam karoti. Hundreds of projection come just like that. So long, for 4 months, 6 months, 4 years, 8 years, you did not get angry. One day something upset you. The entire past comes back. You are upset, no? The day you are upset, now suddenly the whole history of the past will come back. Did you not do this? Did I not do this? You can see people. In a very intimate circle this happens. You are living like a husband, wife, father and son, mother and child. Very intimate circle, friends and friends. Very, very intimate circle. Once in a while they will have argument. About what? Past or future? Will you have an argument about future? What you will tell me 10 years after you know that? Then I shall kill you. Do you argue about future? No. Suppose one day he or she comes late, 8 o'clock supposed to come home, comes at 9 o'clock. Then what do you say? How long can I tolerate you? You have been doing it for last 4 years. Finish. Then, that time did I not tell you yes? Did I not tolerate you? Did I not do this? Why are you bringing out the past? Then what shall I do? Shall I bring the present now? Beautiful. How long you argue? God knows. Until your anger, hatred, everything exhausted. Because you are keeping it inside, no? So you are exploding inside. Now you got a chance to vomit. Explode. Pour it out. After you pour out your anger, hatred, jealousy in the form of tears or words, shouting or anything, then how do you feel? Abba. Then, when you come to senses, what do you say? I am sorry, I should not have told you. If I am hurt you, please. Why? Maybe because it is my menopause. People say that word, I am going through menopause. Or I am going through a depressing time. Suddenly it triggered, 4 months I have not told you. 8 months I have not argued. Then today, why suddenly? You don't want to say you forget. What do you say? Menopause. Modern man's explanation is that. Or, what can I do? That man triggered this. So that was other person's mistake. Even then you don't accept your mistake. Look at it. That man triggered this. Nobody triggers anything. Somebody can trigger, but to explode is your responsibility. Are you getting that? Please see. Water is flowing. You take a matchstick, strike a matchstick, burns, put into the flow of water. what will happen? The fire is extinguished. You strike a matchstick, put it into the petrol. What happens? Boom. Why? Because petrol is combustible. If the petrol is not combustible, can it explode? If you don't have anger in you, can a word help you to explode? Because, are you getting that? Because you are angry, there is anger in you, there is suspicion in you, jealousy in you, hatred in you, one word triggers. But suppose it is not in you, let them speak. Hey, a beautiful example you can take. Beautiful example. You know? You are sitting now, somebody say, hey, how are you? What is happening? How are you? How are you? Everybody, everywhere touching. You are not feeling bad at all because you don't even know it. Suppose the day it is hot, it is the day there is a wound here. You have taken injection. So it is, somebody say, how are you? Don't hurt me. They are not hurting you. Previously they were telling also, how are you, and touching your arms. Today also they are telling how are you and touching your arms. But today your arm is sore. So when your arm is sore, how do you feel? Every little touch with all good intention becomes a pain because your arm is sore. When emotionally you are scarred, intellectually you are scarred, that time every statement from anybody makes you to react heavily and explode heavily because you are scarred. Are you getting that point? When you are sorrowful, when you are suspicious, anything anybody says, now you are suspicious more. You are angry, so everything becomes more painful. Even the words that are spoken with a good intention are taken in a wrong way. You misunderstand your father, your mother, your husband, your wife, your child, your brother, your sister, anybody. And thereafter, whatever they say, you interpret from that standpoint. That is why one moment of forgetfulness. Please see what happens to you. Sanjibya Vikshepa Satam, hundreds of Vikshepa Satam, hundreds of projections comes up. Like a Navaswata Prabhrushivarido Yatha Prabhrushi, Prabhrut means Varsharutu. In the rainy season, seventh case singular, Prabhrushi, in the rainy season, Yatha Navaswata Varide. Navaswat means the wind, that which Gachati, Navasi Gachati, that which goes in the space. What is that travels in space? Air. So, as even by the air, Varida is cloud. Varindadati, that which gives you water. So that the cloud, how they are taken asunder, here and there by the powerful wind in the rainy season, that is how this forgetfulness shall take all your memories here and there. Suddenly you are exploding. Have you not seen people? Swamiji, for the last 6 months I know, you are so nice, you are so kind. Suddenly, look at this. That suddenly, irrational behavior. Totally irrational behavior. So long he was so nice. Suddenly, contradiction. And you're very angry. I'm annoyed. I'm angry. So long and so sweet. Very nice. You must have seen it in others, no? Have you watched it in yourself? You see these contradictions very quickly in others. Such a nice man, but suddenly exploding. How about you? Appreciate. Therefore, watch out. Okay? Having told this, then so what should I do? Nigruya satro rahamo vakasa Kvachinna deyo vishayanuchintaya Saiva sanjivana heturasya Prakshina jambira tarorivambu Nigruya satro rahamo vakasa Kvachinna deyo vishayanuchintaya Saiva sanjivana heturasya Prakshina jambira taroribambu. These three verses go together, okay? Very sweet, one after another stagically. So, since it happens, nigruya. Now you catch the thief. What is that? Ahama, ahankara. This is a satru, as though your enemy. Who is your enemy? Yourself, I thought. Nothing takes you right, nothing takes you for a ride like your own mind taking you for a ride. Are you getting that point? See how smart it is. Everybody by habit, what do they say? Why did he say like that to me? You are questioning his speech. Why are you not questioning your reaction? Again and again I have told you. Should you question why that person told me like that, or why am I reacting like that? What is your problem in life? Other person's speech or your reaction? You have absolutely no right over other person's speech. Do you ever know what the other person will speak? You shall never know. If you also don't know how are you going to react, you are totally unknown to yourself. Are you getting that point? Do you understand the logic? As even you don't know how the strangers will talk. Why is a stranger? Because you don't know how he is going to talk, what language he is going to speak. If you don't know how you are going to react, are you a stranger to yourself or you are very well known to yourself? You are a stranger to yourself. When you are a stranger to yourself, how do you think people are going to all love you, respect you? You don't know anything about your own reactions, but you go on telling people what they should not speak. What is this? You better learn to recognize your system. You must know what is that food which your system cannot digest. Don't say that food should not be there. Food will be there. Are you getting that? I cannot take chili. Why? One day I took chili, my tongue was so swollen. No more. That's why in allergy test. Are you getting that point? In allergy test, what do? They do some 70, 80 thing, stuff in different points, little like groundnut, garlic, mango, vandaka, ladies finger, broccoli. They put little. So wherever it comes up, see, you are not supposed to take garlic. If you touch mango, there is one man who, if he touches mango, his lips become so big. Eats mango, tongue becomes this thick, allergic. One fellow smells rose, the nose becomes like this, red. So, shall you remove all the rose from the garden? Or tell him not to go near the rose? And what are you expecting? He should not talk like that, she should not behave like that, he should not do like that, he should not do like that. What about you? Understand? So this ahankar, this I, unconsciously reacting. And that is where it assumes the role of a king, I am the big boy, I am the big boss. So everything should change according to my wish. Why? So that I come out as the very wonderful person. Nobody knows my weakness. But as much you are having this ahankar, that much everybody has that little ahankar. So the moment they discover something really tickles you, they tickle you more. Ordinary people are very smart. That have you seen? When you hire a rickshaw, auto, if you don't give him anything, he give you choicest abuse. Choicest abuse he throws at you. Do you know why? Because he knows you can't stand it. Suppose you are a person who can give it back in greater terms, then he has met his match. He will run away. But he knows this very educated person, cultured person, sensitive person, if he uses the language disrespectfully, this fellow will run. Therefore they do that. Same way also in life. The moment somebody discovers you can't tolerate certain language, you are reacting it, that is the one, that is your underbelly, that is your weak point, and everybody will hit you that. That is why if you show your weakness, people shall recognize it very clearly, very quickly, and they shall, at the right time, when the occasion comes, they will know where to hit. But suppose you don't have a weak point. There is nothing which can make you react. Response, yes. Reaction, no. No pratikriya. Are you getting that? No pratikriya, no reaction. But there is only response. Please. So, to this aham, what you do? Kvachin avakasa deyo vishayanu chintaya. To this ahankara, I thought, never give it a chance, avakasa. I what? Vishaya anuchintaya. By giving it a chance to dwell upon the sense object. If you forget yourself that I am the Brahman, I am the source of happiness, listen carefully. If I forget for a moment, I am the happiness, aham brahmasmi, I am the absolute, if I forget that for a moment, immediately vishaya anuchinta, the memories of the sense object will come back, and you shall go onto that sense object, the thought and the object, for the sake of happiness. And it builds up. I knew I am happiness, I discovered it. Because I am in ashram, I am in a limited surrounding, so for some time, I am the absolute, must be true. I go out. Cheesecake. I see the cheesecake. I see beautiful, nice pizza, previously which I was eating. I see some nice sweets somewhere kept. What? And already you coming out, you have already forgotten that I am the Brahman, the Absolute. Now I have come home, I am a ordinary person. I am moving, I am traveling. So the thing, eat it. There will be immediate reaction, like a roadblock. One thought will come up, no, don't do that. Hey, you are no more in ashram, what are you talking? Who tells you that? Your brother. Inside the ashram, you don't have to smoke. Outside. So what do you do? This is where the so-called religious people. Holy places, the precinct of the temple. Outside, they can drink, smoke, do anything. You understand what is the border of God's kingdom? Where is the line for the truth to exist? Atma Samrajya. Your empire extends in all directions. Everywhere you are happiness, everywhere immortal absolute. But when you consider one place is holy, this little 100 meters by 100 meter is ashram. This 100 meter temple, this 100 meter holy place. So outside it, you can't do anything, right? It's like 40 days vratam. People do that. In 40 days, no smoke, no fish, no meat, no sex, no anger. After 40 days, all sex, all meat, all anger, everything. Why? 40 days gone. In fact, these 40 days, when you are cutting it off, unconsciously you are waiting for the 41st day. When it will come to an end. In Orissa, there is a holy month, Kartikay. In Orissa, everybody eats fish. Most people. Priests included. Everybody. So these 30 days, nobody will eat. Margasira, Kartika Margamasa one. So the last day, after the full moon, they call it in Odia Chadakai. Chadakai means that day, you have to end your vow. 100 goats will be killed. Thousands of fish dead. Million chicken out. Why? Chadakai. That holy month comes to an end. So what to do? Eat. The idea is, if I can live without it for 1 month, it should give you a possibility that you can live without it forever. It shows, are you getting that? The idea of this Lent, also in a Christian tradition, there is a Lent. I have given up for Lent. Idea is, if I can give it up for 1 month, 40 days, I can give it for any time. I can choose to have, not choose not to have. But idea is not to become like Rakshas, waiting for the 30th day. Somehow manage in ashram for 1 or 2 years. Why? After that, whom are you cheating? That's what he says. If you go on discussing about this thing, these thoughts will drive you crazy and will bring back this ahankar again. It becomes very strong, like we'll see tomorrow. Prakshina Jambo, Jambirataro, Prakshina Jambirataro. And any tree, Jambirataro means lemon tree. Any tree, Prakshina, dried up without the water. Once you start pouring water, what happens? Very strong. So you are not thinking about the sense object, but thinking about yourself. There you are Brahman. Now you give a chance to start thinking about the sense object. Now those dying thoughts will suddenly become alive. Therefore, do not ever unconsciously water those thoughts. Be yourself. Okay? We'll see more of it tomorrow. Close your eyes.